we love being organized, and nobody makes it easier than Origami. And we have, I want to say it was 2023, Rebecca, last time as a Today's Special?
Yes,
2023. And today we brought it back. It's normally $149. It's always a customer pick. In retail, it would be over $150. But today at HSN, with 4 flex payments, you can get it home for $30. We have all the classic, and you might be saying, wow, that is actually outside. It doesn't matter. It's that powder-coated steel, so it can be outside. It's chip resistant. It's weather resistant. And of course, our fabulous brand ambassador, when it comes to organization and home, nobody knows it better than this beautiful angel, Rebecca Wood. So good to, we're excited. It's
free
been
shipping.
Years.
I mean,
Special
we have
price.
it finally back. I know, it's just like all of the excitement for this.
And this is like that perfect footprint.
Goldilocks.
Goldilocks, that's the word. Should we go through colors real quickly, and then we're gonna get into all the wonderful ways you're gonna be organized?
Because we have some new ones too, but we also have the classics. So if you're like somebody who has theirs from 15 years ago, and 15 years ago you bought it in the pewter, you're good.
You're good,
You're gonna still match right back. So this is the pewter. There are 3 that have kind of a texturized finish, and the pewter is one of them. It's a very dark, almost gunmetal. So when you take a look at the pewter, you're also seeing some of the other things you can add on that we'll show you also later on.
But baskets too, right?
The baskets too, but the baskets these come with it already.
Wait a minute, so that's another add-on.
Yes, so you've got 5 shelves.
Wow,
and you've got 2 baskets that you can either use on the unit itself or separately. I like to use them separately and use all 5 shelves to really get the biggest bang of your organization.
Happy 15th anniversary.
Right,
that's perfect.
Go big or go home,
I love it. I love this blue.
This is indigo, and it's a gorgeous cobalt, would you say?
Perfect,
it's just,
perfect.
It's stunning.
It stands out. It really is. Okay, most limited.
Gosh.
Everybody's loving the plum.
It was our #1, so white is always the perennial favorite. This one came out of the gate fast, and I think in the launch and all throughout the day, this and eggnog, which is coming up, have been huge favorites.
Eggnog's one of my new favorites. I just was introduced to that a couple weeks ago.
Beige.
It's so pretty.
We're stealing that from Rebecca
And I'm loving the red, because that's also a popular customer pick, a favorite that's going to be second to go.
Would you not agree that all reds are not created equal? And this is a 100%. Stunning, bright pop of red, cherry red.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so there's your red.
Here we go. Okay. The eggnog. It's just that quiet elegance. It's elevated. It's still a neutral, but in a really beautiful upscale.
Yes, rich looking. That's how I described it last time, but I'm glad we have it set right next to, of course, the classic white, the must. Always the one we bring the most in, always our most popular.
This is all powder-coated steel. 2 things I want to point out as I'm showing you the white. Because that's powder-coated steel, this stark, clean, crisp white, that's actually bonded to the steel. So you never have to worry about a chip missing and sticking out like a sore thumb, right?
Good point.
It is going to look this beautiful. If you have your Origami for the next 15, 20, 25, 30 years, like people have had theirs for 15 years now, it's still gonna look this beautifully crisp in 15 years.
You can't wear them out. You can't wear them out. So I said it's one of your favorites in investment. Yeah, I'm telling you, they're amazing. Okay, so of course your classic black.
Classic black, and that also has that hammered finish, and that's going to be the platinum.
Okay, already 3,000 gone. Our shoppers are smart. Origami, all on free shipping, a today's special price, the opportunity to break up your payments over the next 4 months to get it home for $30, and a customer pick favorite. Brought it back with even the baskets. We don't always have that. So let's talk about some ideas.
We're missing one.
Oh, we're missing one?
I just noticed, so I'm gonna run because it's my personal favorite. I was like, that's how I knew.
Where'd it go?
It's back here, because we're gonna show you all the different ways to use them. So I'm gonna come up there, but it's the vintage bronze.
Oh, of course.
The vintage bronze we've also had since the very beginning, right?
Okay, yes.
And this is my favorite, but that's because I have hardwood floors.
That's the one I have.
You have this one too?
Well, it's original. Yeah,
the original.
Course.
Take a look at this. So I'm gonna come over here and show you the zero assembly and why people love it. But this is what I mean when I said you could use them on the actual unit or separate. But let me show you the zero assembly with the zero disassembly. This is why I say Origami is reason to reason to reason, season to season to season, because you are gonna have this in your next home, in your 3 next homes, and you don't have to hire somebody to come and build it at each one. First of all, with Origami, we're always a storage solution, never a storage problem. They flat pack just like this, so we're never gonna add to that. Now, when you get it home, it's gonna be in the box, just like this. Can you quickly just try to lift that up? Because I think it's important to show that. It's powder coated steel, but still lightweight.
It is. What is the pounds? It's like 20?
I think 20. I think it's 20 pounds.
20 pounds. Okay.
Very lightweight.
Free shipping.
Free shipping.
Just saying that.
And it's a really tall box, so it's free shipping. The other thing you have to remember is you're not waiting for a honey-do list to do this. There's no directions. You take it out of the box. You decide if you want those caster wheels on or not. And that's the assembly. In case you missed it, please look at your TV. That is the assembly. You open it up. Up here is where our patented origami toggle is, I should say. And once you lock that into place, that's what allows each of these shelves to store up to 20 pounds each.
Up to 20 pounds each, and that's with the wheels on, but even more with the wheels off, right?
With the wheels, no, with the wheels on,
off?
it's 10 each.
Okay,
with
and
the
then
wheels
wheels off?
it's 20
Perfect,
each.
perfect.
And that top shelf's already on. You just flip it right over, and even that top shelf locks. And it's not that little pin that pinches your finger. It just slides right in there. And then this is the other thing I like to show when we have time. On all of them, all 5 shelves, we have a lip all the way around, because we know you're gonna be putting cans on here. You're gonna be putting boxes of cereal. They're not gonna fall off. You've got that stability to keep everything in place.
And how smart. I mean, they really truly think of everything. And we even have liners too that are available.
Yes.
So we'll mention that because I know they've been very popular in the day. We don't always have the baskets. A lot of times they're an upsell, and we do that. We do have them as upsells typically.
Yes, we have the ones behind you. They're 2 different baskets.
Right here.
Those can hang, or you can set them countertop.
Perfect.
Or on the
So
shelf.
great for storing your vegetables, your fruits, and all of that. So we'll give you that information because I know many of you have been jumping on that with the free shipping and handling going on. There's the liners.
And this is a look at the liners right here. You get 1 long, and you get 8 of these that are half this, so you can kind of customize. But this is really gonna be great if you're gonna use it for books, if you're gonna use it for the appliances with the little feet. You can see nothing will fall through those.
Perfect. So, and they're already pre-cut, so you don't have to worry about anything, right?
No.
Okay, and the baskets.
The baskets.
What do you pay? You know the basket stores now, right? I mean, if you're gonna powder coated steel, just 1 basket.
First of all, can you even find powder-coated steel baskets,
Great
right?
point, great point.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen it. You're always getting wicker or something that's gonna attract that dust. They're not strong, they're not sturdy. You can't put anything wet. This is never gonna rust, it's not gonna corrode. And we've got that, I wanted to show you that mesh all the way through on all 4 sides, because we know 2 things. You might be using this for your produce. Well, that bottom layer is never gonna get moldy and yucky because it's got that aeration all the way through. Or maybe you're gonna be putting in your wet umbrella, or come winter, your scarves and your mittens and your hats that are wet. You've got that aeration. For me, my daughter's cleats. She comes off that turf and there's those little black beads everywhere. First of all, that's gonna corral all of it, and she needs that aeration.
Right, it's smart, right? So in a mud room, that's such a great point, how ideal this would be. You can throw all your, your boots and your shoes, and that's just, again, the sky is the possibility. We love the dimensions on that. Let's talk about it because you can put this in a closet if you have a closet that's large enough.
In fact, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna bring it so I can show you.
I love these ideas that I hear.
I have a special place that I like to put my vintage bronze. You probably noticed because I had to go grab it earlier.
Okay, we're gonna go back there?
Let's start here with this blue.
Okay.
Because this is the exact reason why we started. Remember, this is the indigo. This is why we did it. 15 years ago, we started with that Mac Daddy that you showed at the beginning of the show. It holds a literal ton of storage. And you said, oh my gosh, this is life-changing. 0 assembly, powder-coated steel. It holds so much, but I don't have that much space. I want to put this in my kitchen where I have 0 space, in my powder room where I have no space. So what we wanted to do is just give you 11.5 inches off the wall. That's right here. Just over 11.5 inches off the wall. It's going to be just shy of 18 inches across and just shy of 5 feet. It's 4.8 feet tall. So it is really that Goldilocks. Why did we pick that size, that height? Because if you're putting this in that pantry and you just have that top shelf, or your entryway closet and you just have that top shelf, this slides right under it. It's like you're creating that custom closet, not only at a fraction of the cost, but also you can take it with you when you move.
And I love that. It's furniture. I mean, it truly is furniture. Especially you go with one of the colors.
Yes.
It's so good looking. It's like, a lot of times in this price point, we talk about this, it's racks and shelves that are made out of, I don't know what it is. It's almost like a heavy-duty cardboard, right?
It is.
It takes forever to,
yes.
You have to get a handyman to put it together. There's 1,000 different parts, right? Look what we're doing. I mean, Rebecca, just right now, you're taking these shelves. Look at the portability. You just moved it right over to the side. Again, perfect in the kitchen, obviously. Look how pretty this is.
And I think it's always important to show you our caster wheels because I'm very proud of them. I say we have the best on the market. They wheel 360 degrees, 2 of them lock. Now that's if you want movable storage. If you don't and you know you're gonna set it, you can, and then you'll get that 20 pounds. But this is full, and I'm wheeling it with 1 finger. Now I'm gonna put this back here, and what I wanted to show you is, what would you put here before? Maybe a picture, maybe a plant. Is that doing anything for you?
No.
Nothing. So we want you to take that 11.5 inches by 18 inches, or hey, you don't even have that space, 11.5 inches.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be able to store up to 100 pounds. And I just think when you look around your house, it's a universal problem, and you're like, I wanna be organized. I don't know how to do it. I don't have enough space. Where do I begin? First of all, you're not spending a full day building a shelf. This takes you 30 seconds, but then you're able to find that little space you need even in the smallest rooms.
And that's ideal. You know, who has ever said, well, I have so much space, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. Never. And that is why Origami has been our #1 top-selling organization, just solution, for 15 years. I don't know if we've ever, in 15 years, done a full today's special and then anchored by our #1 top-selling Origami specials. And that's what happens. You get, maybe it was the heavy duty, like myself almost 15 years ago, for my garage. I mean, I don't know what I'd do without it. It saves so much time. And then you're like, wow, yes, think about my laundry room. I'm loving what Rebecca just said. I have an area that'd be perfect in this. You know, I could go ahead and store whatever it may be in my living room, in my kitchen, in my bedroom, in my bathroom. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So if you're just tuning in, we launched this at midnight. Well over 3,000 have been gone. I know we have hundreds of people in the ordering process. Here's the thing, Origami stands behind everything, always with a 1-year warranty. If you don't have the HSN charge card, today would be an ideal day to apply for it because we don't always have $40 off. Listen, apply that to today's special. Are you kidding me?
And free shipping and handling. It's a big weekend to celebrate.
It is a celebration. So free shipping on everything, and only while they last. I'm going to start talking quantities, especially some of the unique exclusive colors too.
And what we're doing is kind of putting them in areas, trying to show you that we say pantry rack because pantry is a big, huge problem. We never have enough space in the pantry. This is taking that pantry out and making it beautiful, decor friendly, and giving you the organization. But for me, at home with 3 daughters, 2 dogs, and myself, I'll put that in there, it's the entryway that gives me the biggest headache. I come home, my keys go here, my purse goes here, my sunglasses, the dog toys, the leashes, the mail baskets, everything. And what happens? You throw it on this table, that countertop. You have to go to all those places to re-get them, and then you walk into your house and it's a mess, and that's what you're greeted with, right? Is that chaos.
So it starts chaotic.
And then you just walk in and you're like, ugh. What if you took, and you can have it, you can see we just put it right here. So if you have a tiny little area, or for me, I have that entryway closet, and it just has that one big shelf, I put it underneath. So I walk in, I put my purse, I put my sunglasses, I put my keys, I take my dog out for the walk, the leash is right here, I'm not trying to go and find that leash. I've got all of her favorite toys, her treats, all of the stuff, my daughter's cleats, as I said, because when she goes in, I don't know if you've ever seen turf cleats, they get those little rocks everywhere. So I'm like, you take them off and you put them there.
Right, and they have a spot, and they breathe.
And they breathe, and it keeps my floors clean, it keeps my mind clean. Yeah, it really does give you that peace of mind.
Organization, there's nothing like it. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm the most unorganized person.
Are you? That shocks me, actually.
Honestly, but you know, I take baby steps, especially the older I'm getting, I can't deal with it, because it gets my nerves going, right? So these are the baby steps that I like to take, like just that one peace of mind, knowing that, and I ordered 3 of them today, because listen, I get it. Free shipping and handling, I work here, I've been here for years, I knew today was the day to do it, but just knowing it's coming, and knowing that it's going to free up that space, just like you said, my walkway, it's a mess. Yeah. And it would not be with this.
No, because you give it a space.
And it looks great.
Actually, a statistic that says you use 20% of your stuff 80% of the time.
Say that again, because that's so interesting.
20% of the stuff that you buy, you use 80% of the time. I'm going to move these to the side. I hope that's okay. Yeah. Why? Because it's easily accessible.
Yes.
So those purses, all of those things that you buy and you're like, oh, I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna love it. You don't end up using it and loving it because you can't get to it, you can't find it. This gives you that space.
Even for shoes, speaking of that, right?
Shoes, purses, handbags. Where are your belts? Where are your scarves?
Yeah.
Where are your
pantyhose,
socks,
tights,
all those things.
underwear.
I mean, all of that, right?
Things,
especially
yes.
socks. The ones over here.
Yep.
If you have a place to use it, but this. Actually, I have to give Valerie all of the credit here. She came up with this one. Now, I do use my baskets elsewhere. I use mine for chips and for some of the things that fall off, you know, of that shelf.
Yeah.
I like to use them elsewhere, and I actually put them in my pantry. Now, here we're gonna put this here, and pretend this is in your living room, and you could put your favorite books, your favorite magazines, a throw,
Smart.
a pillow, and then you have
Yes.
all 5 shelves.
That you can utilize.
Yes.
Smart.
Each of these shelves will hold up to 100 pounds, and those each hold 10 pounds.
And then you could get 2, anchor it over here.
Oh my gosh, it'd be beautiful.
And this is where we start talking about decorative furniture. I mean, it could be whatever your style is, right? It could be vintage, it could be estate. I mean, this is that type of look that you never have to worry about. I could put this outside of my patio and put all of my plants on there and never have to worry about when I water it.
Right,
Yeah.
you can
I mean,
water it.
I've done, that's one of my other, ones that I use all the time for that reason, right? And it looks fantastic. Instead of the plants being all over the place on the deck, this elevates them, it becomes part of your garden, and it becomes artwork for you.
And I like what you said too, if you're not, I don't know decorating very well. I know what I like, but I don't know how to always put it together. If you were to get 2, and then on the other one you could actually use the baskets, it brings the whole piece together, but one of the things they say when you're decorating is you want different levels.
Yes.
So your eye is brought, here you're getting that cohesive look without being matchy-matchy.
And it looks like you spent thousands of dollars, honestly.
Right.
Okay, let's go back for once again and talk about the colors, this incredible one-day only value.
You got it. So
this
this
is
one,
why we're so busy.
This is the vintage bronze, so we'll start there.
There's
Vintage bronze.
one of our originals, absolutely love.
And if you bought that vintage bronze 15 years ago, same exact color.
Same color. Then do not change it. They don't. They don't have to. And then we got to talk about how hard it is to put together, because my goodness gracious, that's the best thing in the world. Hardest thing is getting it out of the box, honestly.
And it's even that because it's so lightweight.
Yeah,
it's like
this one,
really, truly. So
you're
this
right.
is going to be the platinum.
Great.
People with gray. Love that.
Yes.
This is the black, and the black has a hammered finish. Love the black. And remember, all of it's powder coated steel, even the mesh when we're talking with the baskets. The white, always the most popular. You're gonna have this for decades, literally decades. That's a great one to go with because it really is truly a neutral that will go with any decor. This is my personal favorite, this eggnog. It's just elevated, beige, beautiful.
And I have the
Classic.
vintage, but I can mix that with the eggnog. I think that'd be really pretty. That's what I was thinking. But look at just these ideas that you've given to us right here. Crafters. You know, think about you never have enough space. You have everything right there at your fingertips. Even the baskets you can use with little boxes and beads and sequins and you name it, wraps and foils. And even if you have a machine, if it's, if it's lighter than 20 pounds.
Your Empress will go on here.
Fit.
Your Cricut will go on there, exactly.
This reminds me of that, that all of them were best friends kind of show, right? In their apartment, how everything was like open, and look at how great that looks.
That shelving is huge right now, that exposed shelving.
Yes.
And this is a great way to do it. And this is also a great way to show you how it just takes on any personality, whatever you put. So if you want it to be crafting, you can, it's cute, it's whimsical. And if you wanted to have that pop of color, look at this, got that farmhouse kind of chic color. So it really is like a blank canvas that you get to decorate.
You get to enjoy. Okay, so there's the white again. We just showed you the eggnog, which has been very, very popular. Red will definitely sell out if you have your heart set. Can you imagine this? I'm thinking right now, if your colors are like just, in a beautiful neutral or even deep, and you do that accent of the red, like especially if you have someone going off to college, you know this better than anyone, Rebecca, with your girls. Look at the footprint on here, and it just gives them that extra space. If they want to have something that is a little bit more, again, hidden. The baskets are nice, so if they want to, put their intimates in there or their socks in there, you have all that space. And of course, the platinum. You know what else has been super popular is that blue. And I know you just brought back the, and the plum, forget it. How great is that?
I'm gonna tell you, I love it, but I know that I like those kind of fanciful colors, the whimsical colors.
The pops.
I am so happy to see that people are resonating with that and they're loving it as well.
And today we have 4 flex payments. What does that mean? Because you know how many people we welcome in for the very first time, and it's just genius. Obviously HSN, our biggest mission is to bring to you the best value we possibly can. 15 years, Origami, we've had this partnership. That's the only way we can offer this today's special price at $119. So anywhere else, equivalent, this exact same unit is gonna be just over $150. But nowhere else can you put a quarter of the payment down, right? And break up those payments over the next 4 months. We're shipping this right out to you. You'll have it at your front door in the next few days. You always have your 30-day money-back guarantee, but take a minute. We have not had the pantry shelf from Origami as a today's special in over 2 years. And it's a customer pick all-time favorite, so we thought, what better way to celebrate our 15th anniversary, right, Rebecca?
And not only the best price, but we have exclusive colors like the plum and the eggnog you can't find anywhere else on the market.
I love that.
Right? And then the last but not least is going to be the pewter.
The pewter color.
And the pewter is more gunmetal, wouldn't you say?
Yes, 100%. Speaking of 100, we just welcomed 100 first-time shoppers.
Oh,
so welcome.
that makes me so. And I'm telling you, just be warned. This is like buying that or eating that chip. Yeah. You will come back for more and more. I don't think I know of one person
who only
has only had one Origami.
That's the best testimonial. I was reading one earlier and they had 18. 18? All different styles.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 18. Yes. That's how much everybody loves these. And it's that ease. We're gonna show the ease of putting it together.
Yes, I do that
I always just take it for granted, like, oh, you know, everybody knows what Origami is. But normally when you're doing shelving, it's kind of a nightmare. It comes in a million pieces.
As always.
Oh, right?
And then what you do is you put it over to the side and you're like, okay, well, I'll get to that another day. I'll get to that another day. Here, this is all it's gonna take to not only assemble, but disassemble. I say that because we're moving a lot, whether it's assisted living, the dorms, your house, from house to house to house to apartment, however it is, when you are either building it for the first time or the 100th time, it's gonna be the exact same. You take it out of the box, it's lightweight, it's about 20 pounds, but don't let that fool you. All of this is powder coated steel. It's not gonna rust, it's not gonna chip, it's not gonna corrode. You decide if you want those caster wheels on or not. Here's my little tip. Keep those caster wheels because this will change from reason to reason to reason. So maybe right now you don't need the caster wheels, or maybe right now you do need the caster wheels. You might not need it 5 months, 6 months, 6 years down the road, and it really makes it truly customizable. Right. So you take it out, you decide if you want those wheels, and that is truly the build.
Isn't that the best?
It is just opening it up. That's it. Once you lock this into place, and you can hear it really lock into place. Each of these shelves will hold up to 20 pounds, and then that top shelf's already on. There's no nuts, no bolts, you flip it over. And even that locks into place, and I'm even proud of our lock that we have here, because others that I've seen that try to emulate us, they have those little pins that pinch your finger.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly.
I don't understand why it's even a thing. Not with Origami, we make it easy. And then even those drawers. There's no...
And they're not always included. So I'm loving that they're included in this today's special.
Such a great point.
Yeah.
Such a great point. And they're such a big add.
Oh,
because you can use them separately or you can use them on the unit. But there's no tracks you're building, no wheels to go wonky. You open it up and you know which is top or bottom because we've got that lovely pull there. Once you put it into place, this is the bottom, this is the floor. You pop that in. That gives it all this, look at how sturdy that is. So you're able to use it separately or on the unit. And I love that because so many times you have to use it on the unit for it to have the sturdiness, to have it, the form. Not here. You can use this absolutely anywhere else.
And look how it slides right in so easily. Did you notice that? I mean, it was just like it has its own little grooves in there. So it just, a lot of times it's wobbly. It doesn't have the tracks on it. Has the custom-made tracks that they slide in and they're not sliding all the way back.
Because we do have those stoppers. I love that you pointed out. So when you push it in, you don't ever have to worry. And look what I'm doing. We want you to use this. We want you to go grab something you need and pop it in there. It's not going to chip, because this is powder coated steel. And you know what? Maybe you want to use one of the drawers and use one of the drawers elsewhere.
Why not?
It's whatever works for you. And I you know, one of the things I hate is when you buy something and it works for exactly what you need in that moment.
And that's it.
And then a year from now, you're like, well, what am I gonna do with this?
Right, exactly.
This will change with your needs.
This will travel with you. And speaking of traveling, a lot of people love this pantry style too. If you do like arts and crafts and maybe go to flea markets,
My
right?
daughter.
Right,
Yes.
so it's so nice because it's easy, it's portable. If you have a little bit of a larger car, you can just set it right inside there.
Yes.
And then boom, you're on the wheels, you can set it up. You can wheel it right out to the, to the flea market and you're set.
Bring those with you. So my daughter crochets and she goes to the crafting market. That's her business. And one of the things that she needs are ways to showcase. So what I love about this is her yarn is everywhere. Everywhere. I used to think toys were bad. I'm like, girl,
good for her though. What a great talent
she
for
did not
a young
learn
gal.
from me whatsoever.
That's
but look
great.
how easy. Okay, we're gonna go to the fair. Let's go. Let's put this in the back seat of our car.
There you go.
We get there. We
20
open it
pounds.
up. 20 pounds. You open it up once we get to that vendor fair, or maybe you're even somebody who has a business and you want to showcase it. You flip that over, you're ready to go.
Perfect.
You can bring those with you, but she doesn't have anything to showcase, so she keeps her yarn at home and it's stored when she gets home. She just adds it right back.
Oh boy, we are very busy. I know the clock's going to be going up on the screen in just a couple of minutes, but if you are just tuning in, now we just welcome 120 first-time shoppers. You know what, I'm going to say this, you really truly couldn't make a better first purchase with us at HSN. True, tried, tested, and loved. That's Origami. 15 years as a partner here at HSN. Elsewhere, yes, it's one of the #1 top-selling organization names out there. But yes, you're going to pay $150. We love that we can bring to you this additional savings as a today's special, 4 flex payments, and most importantly, everything all weekend long is free shipping and handling. Everything. Origami is definitely a big, 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 big special because obviously it's heavier. Normally it's going to cost a little bit more to ship.
Exactly. Odd, they're awkward shapes. They're so tall.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Remember,
exactly.
So that box is anywhere else would cost so much.
Rebecca, look at this. As a interior decorator, just look how fantastic. And yet you're taking your throws and your blankets. Where were they before? Now it's part of your decorating and it looks great.
Exactly. Or look at how you're able to do this and really put it through the ringer. Put your dive toys in those. Oh my gosh, I have not seen that one. It had alcohol bottles on the bottom.
That is our name on it, Rebecca. Absolutely. But it's like a little built-in bar. If you get your glasses on there.
Yes, I love that. You can, because remember, if we could show the shelf liners too, because I know that they're going really quickly. You're going to get one tall one, and then you're going to get 8 of the half size. Now, why did we do that? Because we wanted you to be able to customize it. Yes, this is gonna fit that top one, but maybe you don't need the shelf liner here, or don't want it, but you do want it here. You're getting 8, so those would fit all over the different shelves. Perfect. And you can kind of customize what you want.
And they're cut for you. You don't have to measure. You don't have to do anything. Everything is good to go. Only decision right now in this final 2 minutes. People are ordering more than one, I'm being told. That's so smart for decorating purposes. And again, just creating that much more space. So
I'm
choose
stealing
your color.
your idea in the eggnog and the vintage bronze.
Let's do it, because I want to see, because that's my new one. That's
Should
what
I
did it. Yes, I just did it. In fact, it was with Lou the other day. We had the heavy duty. That Lou's going to be coming up. I was like, what? Eggnog, my new favorite. I absolutely love it.
It's just elevated, but then what you said, because you don't want matchy-matchy all of the time.
Right.
So be able to kind of put these together. You want to bring the eggnog out?
Yes, absolutely.
And we'll put them side by side. Oh my gosh.
What do you think? Because I have that. Obviously, I've been here a long time.
Look how
my first one was the vintage. Isn't that sharp?
I love, 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 love
See,
that.
we're shopping along with you. I wish we could get some calls, because I love it when people say, will you show me this, or give me an idea of this, right?
Yes.
So yeah, we're here for you. We're celebrating 15 years in the best way we knew how. It's been over 2 years since we've had a Today's Special on our #1. We call it pantry, obviously, shelving, but it's wonderful for that, but the sky is the limit.
There is not a room in your house that can't benefit from this. Think about that powder bathroom with the pedestal sink. You have no space. Now remember, and go read the customer pick. I'm telling you how I love it, you love it, we're using it, but go read the reviews. We're talking hundreds of reviews of people who just absolutely are passionate about this storage rack.
Even some people say, I can't believe I'm so excited about writing this review over a shelf. But I'm telling you, it's like when you find something you love, you want to share that with people, just so that you don't say, get organized. organized, feel good.
Yes.
Bring more space into your home and do it efficiently, smart, and something that travels back with you. This is not permanent.
No.
This goes where you go, and you can't wear them out.
No.
Honestly, it reminds me of that commercial, you know, I don't know what I think it's a car or whatever, but they do all the testing and they just run it through all the mills and they're like, you can't wear it out. That is what this is like.
It makes me giggle because sometimes like I'll slam mine and I'll be like, oh.
It's gonna chip.
It does it, yeah.
It's gonna rust.
It doesn't, it doesn't.
Never.
Never.
It
never does. And I do love this. One of the reviews I read, I believe the lady bought it and she filled it up with all of her husband's auto detailing kit.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Wheel it out, use it.
Smart.
It gets dirty, it gets wet. That's okay, hose it down. And then he brings it back.
And gardening, people love it. Put their soil and your, you know, your garden tools in there, and everything is right there. All your plants that you're going to be planting. Okay, we mentioned the liners. By the way, congratulations. We are busy, busy, busy. Thank you. Your best way to get through is scan that QR scan, or what I'd